Hey, Keisha, where your mama at? Because next time y'all roll up through here and on your bike and you get all that dust on my new car, it's gonna be a problem.
It's a new car.
New car.
Don't slam my door. Hey, don't slam my door like your little nigga friends, like your little nigga friend's car. Don't slam my door.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I saw what you did, the Fred car up the block. You ran right into that car and then you got up and you walked away. You know what I'm saying? You ain't go up on that porch and tell them what you did. I saw you and I'm seeing you today. So I'm letting you know, don't try.
The corner store that he used to walk to, he'd be pulling up now.
Pull up all fast.
He turned the tunes on just to go down the street. Like,
yo, he in the middle of the block. He get in the car and drive to the store. Man,
it's at the end of the block. He driving in reverse just to pull up.
Driving in reverse, just blast the shit, and then and then every time people come out, I just rewind it to the favorite part of the song. You know what I'm saying?
all nutty with it.
Right. What up, y'all? That's me. You know, that's me. But ain't nobody even asked something about the car.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't factory speakers. Them ain't 12. They sound nice though.
Then he do this. He get up out of the car and starts singing part of the song. Boom, because the Drake code. Oh, hold up,
nigga. Hey, don't shit. Don't get me started in the winter, bro. I got that remote start on that bitch too.
Man,
it's a wrap.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. None of my cars had remote start until I got my newest one. And I'm out of control with the remote start. I be in the house on the way to the car.
I'm finna to be too.
Man.
Yeah.
No, that's so funny.
So much that it broke on me. So now it's not.
You be remote starting for nothing, just boom. I ain't going no more. People like, ain't that your car started out there? Yeah, but I ain't. Man, let me turn this boy off.
Man, I'm gonna stay a little bit.
You just need to turn it on and warm it up a little bit, just because, you know.
In the middle of summer, tomorrow, I need to warm it up a little bit. Man, speaking of warming it up a little bit, welcome to Mask Off, man.
well done.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey. No.
I learned from the best. You feel me?
Fuck you.
Speaking of warming up a little bit, this is Mask Off episode 64, Smoke Break. As my light just started stripping on me. But episode 64, Smoke Break. Nintendo 64. Nah, just playing. But I got the fellas with me in the building as usual. Thanks for everybody rocking with us as usual. We're gonna kick this off like we normally do. Up under me is my OG. First time introducing him to Mask Off. What did you do? How you feeling?
I am okay. I'm thrilled to see the young boy in a hosting role. You know what I mean? We talked about it as a collective. We said, let the young boy shine tonight. This is his subject matter, so we're going to give it to him raw and direct. We're going to let him do his thing.
Yeah, you know OG definitely blessed me with it. He suggested it and still was like, I don't know.
And he regretted it as soon as he did it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Because he like to get the big head sometimes. So I gotta give him a little bit and pull it from him.
Right. You gotta chop me down at the same time.
And he let it be known that this is your subject matter.
Right, exactly. No, this is just coincidence, y'all. I ain't got nothing to do with this. But speaking of coincidence, it's like, no, that ain't no segue.
What?
Next to the OG is the dude always down for the bullshit as usual. We got Jake in the building.
How did he get that? I don't know how he's always on the bullshit.
Hey, no. We got give me that back there. I got another intro. We got the dude with the new car smell.
Oh. Maserati Rick.
Maserati Russell. No, that don't sound right. That was trash.
Oh, okay.
That was trash. Maserati Russ. How about that? That sound good? That sound better?
I like it.
I appreciate it. I don't know about it, but yes, folks. I am. You said what?
Jaguar Jake.
Jaguar Jake. Jaguar Russell. No.
Limited edition Jeep Jake.
Limited edition Jeep Commander Jake.
Commander Jake.
Oh my God. Yeah, yes, people. I bought a new car this week, and I'm I got a remote start on it, and I've been feeling different and acting different ever since.
Bands.
Congratulations.
So,
Let's clap it up for Jake, y'all. Clap it up for Jake. Congratulations. Nice birthday present for yourself, on some grown man junk, you know what I'm saying, moving up in the world. Big salute. And above the rider Jake, we got the producer president Dan in the building to talk to us.
Yo, what's good, man? We got a lot of new here, man. We got a new host right now. Jake got a new car. I mean, but the one thing that stayed the same is this show at this time right now.
Hey, I
like that, Dan. I like that. Insider.
Yep. And another something new, we all got polos on today, you know what I'm saying? Real sophisticated for the smoke break, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah. I want to wear one. It was really just them three. I was like, man, y'all ain't gonna have me looking like a savage out here. So.
Right.
Jake looked like Ice Cube little cousin.
I do look like Ice Cube in the Real Nigga Roll Call video.
Look. Today was a somewhat okay day.
It's okay.
Today was a professional day. Speaking of professionalism, we're gonna kick it off to Jake.
Uh-oh.
I know, right? We're gonna kick it off to Jake. We actually gonna do it with something a little bit different. It's not gonna be the motivational minute, but we got Jules with Jake. Talk to us, Jake.
Saying what up, though? What up, though? So, yes, this is Jules by Jake. And I just want to talk to you guys about peer pressure. This week's episode, we're gonna talk about, weed culture, how it's changed over the years since it's been decriminalized. But one thing is that we all have a lot of vices in this world, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever. But we all, we don't have to fall into those vices to feel cool or to feel accepted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You could just do you. I remember when I first started smoking weed, I did it just to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Just to fit in, and that was it. And I liked it. It was cool, but I didn't like it all the time. I didn't like how I felt, and I actually stopped smoking weed for reasons that I'm going to tell you later in the group discussion. But you don't you don't have to fall into those things just to fit in. And, there's other people that's going to peer pressure you, and that you actually going to get peer pressure all the time. You know what I'm saying? From when you're a teenager to your adulthood, your whole life. But you ain't got to fall into none of that stuff. You ain't got to smoke to fit in. You ain't got to lie to kick it. You got to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? If that ain't your steez, don't do it. Just do you. If you like smoking, then do it. If you like drinking, do it. But if that ain't your thing, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know I have people, a lot of people in my circle, I know they smoke, and and I'll be around with them when they smoke, and it's just cool. It's everything cool. I don't feel pressure. I don't feel weird. I don't feel whack. I don't feel anything. It's just that I'm just being me. You know what I'm saying? OG, he don't smoke or drink at all, and you know what I'm saying? He don't give a fuck. He never gave a fuck. But I don't know. That was some weird jewels. But
nah, bro, it was.
No, that's real talk. That's real talk. I'm gonna expand on that. In my day, I noticed a lot of things in my neighborhood. Shout out to 7 Mile Van Dyke, East Side, Gritsdale, hold it down all day, keep it alive. Anyway, I grew up on a block, and one thing I noticed that you got leaders and you got followers,
right?
And a lot of the leaders in my community sold drugs. Mm-hmm. So I moved on a block where it was really hot at the time, and my mom, because I hung out with these guys, she thought there's a possibility that I could be doing the same thing. But her not knowing her son at that particular time, one thing that I was always blessed to have around me is straight up thorough OGs.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is they say, hey, look, just because you see me doing this, don't mean that you should do this. This is not you. Don't make this you. Don't try to make it you. If you into read comics, if you into doing X, Y, and Z, playing basketball, if you into all the things that you into doing, do those things that make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what the hell I do. And that's a lot of advice that I took from my old heads because I learned at the end of the day, I'm not about to be hooked on meth, crack, heroin, weed, or anything else unless I wanted to be. Not saying I wanted to be on any of that stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, you have to make decisions for yourself. And nowadays, we have too many people following because it's a trend. You know what I mean? It's something to do. It's a social thing. Right. So they feel like their personality cannot blend with everybody. So they need something to boost who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and that's a problem that you got to work on you. You know what I'm saying? And then this ain't here to knock nobody that does anything because that's your thing. But one of the things I also realized too is people don't like to drink and smoke around people who don't drink and smoke.
Right.
They say we tend to be buzzkills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, you need somebody sober in the pack. You know what I mean? So a little word of advice, leadership goes a long way. Choose to do things because you want to do them, not because of the sake of peer pressure.
Yeah. That's real good. I'm gonna flip it back to you, Jake. You dropping Infinite Jewels, man. You know, so well, not Infinite because it's your first one, but like, nah. But yeah, that's still a jewel for sure. Right.
I like Jazzy Jewels.
Okay, dropping Jazzy Jewels.
He dropped some Jazzy Jewels. I was like, that sounds real sweet.
I totally agree with both you fellas though, for sure. Especially OG, what you said about other people feeling pressured or feeling weird or ostracized for doing what they do. They pull out a drink. Oh, you drinking all the time, or you know, they pull out a joint or whatever. And other people are sober people or whatever, and they're like, oh, you just gotta smoke your weed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should make anybody feel uncomfortable for doing or not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all individuals. You know, people and people do tend to be buzzkills that don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a stigma behind what they're feeling or what they're going to. Like, oh, I know you hungry. I know you know, this is and that. And a lot of times, it looks worse than it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's eyes may look like they bloodshot red, but they feeling good. You know what I'm saying? So let them people do what they do. You smoke, you don't. Let the people do what they do. You know,
there's a stigmatism that comes with any drug that you partake in because of the fact that people have the ideology that you don't need a substance to have a good time. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn over time that whatever you choose to do, you choose to do that. That's on you. You know what I mean? And it's not my business what to tell you what to do. Although you have people that take it to a whole nother level. We got crackheads out here that are fully functional crackheads. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, anything that's going to hinder you from being a productive citizen, I do not agree with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's my only disclaimer for any drug that you partake in. Mm-hmm. If it stops you from being productive, it's a problem. You know what I mean? And I think we should have started with a disclaimer at the beginning of this show. This show is not necessarily an advocate for all drugs. You know what I'm saying? This show is, if you do something, be mindful of the things, responsible and mindful of the things that come with it.
Yeah, that's a good point, OG. You know, a lot of people, even with cannabis use, you know, there is a such thing as abuse. You're not going to get technically addicted to it, but there is a such thing as cannabis abuse, where you're over abusing, you're overusing, because it is affecting your life. You know, so it's a balance. Everything has a balance to it. You know, if you drink too much water, it could have a negative effect on you. So yeah, you got something on this, Dan?
Oh no,
cool.
That's cool there. Yeah, we talk about this outside the group there. I guess one thing is that when there is like a buzzkill too, it's kind of like that person wants to do it, but like they for the purposes of that night. I guess they can't. So like they kind of just like constantly just trying to drag along the group. But what I have seen is that the person who just like consciously just chooses not to, but like knows what type of party that they about to go to, like that person is still cool because it's still like they know what they got themselves to though. Right. But that's it.
Okay. Not much else. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna keep it moving. We're actually gonna hit our group discussion today, which is about cannabis, if you can't tell. So first, we're gonna talk about our personal experiences with cannabis and the things that we deal with, and also for our viewers, I want our viewers to put in the comment section their personal experiences with cannabis, being good, being bad, if you use it, if you don't use it, you're intrigued by it, you know somebody that is, you know, hooked on it or whatever your personal experiences may be, put that in the comments so you can be a part of our group discussion. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to kick this off with our the first topic being personal use. So OG, I'm going to kick it to you first. I know you say you don't. What are some reasons that you didn't, or what's your personal history with cannabis?
Well, when I grew up on Crane Street between Forest and Warren, these are Detroit streets. I'm shouting out. Shout out to the East Side all day.
They be blowing heavy over there, I already know.
Yeah, right. When I grew up on the East Side, I had a stepfather who was a heavy drinker. Like this dude was so heavy that he would get pissy drunk and attempt to try to do the cut the neighbor's grass in like 100-degree weather. And one particular time he tried that and he fell out. And I just remember seeing the effects of how he was. And, you know, and I kind of correlated that with alcohol and whatever drug too. Like, I don't want to be that guy everybody make fun of on the block or in person. So that was a lot. The trauma that I experienced helped me make a decision that I didn't want to partake in that because I didn't like what it looked like firsthand. You know what I'm saying? You know, he when he was drunk and when he was high, he always say off the wall stuff, and I be trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? But it was nothing to figure out. He was out of his right mind. You know what I mean? So I looked at it like as a learning experience and a tool to shape who I was and who I turned in to be today. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's not saying that I don't got a vice. I wouldn't be this damn big if I didn't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's not alcohol. It's not any type of drug. And my experiences, man, I've been in weird situations where, you know, I'm thinking like I'm hanging around people that's cool, but they passing the tray around in front of me, you know, with little pottery stuff around me. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you know what I mean? So it's been a lot of situations that I wasn't socially aware what takes place, and you get yourself caught up. I never drunk anything for nobody, but you see stuff that takes place when you in your right frame, you know, to stop you from getting caught up. And I've never been in a position where I got caught up because I always had my third eye open, you know what I mean? Watching them. So I guess in a sense, you know, I've learned to accept people for who they was. And plus I was a dare kid, you know, and people don't know, there was a drug resistant awareness. I don't fucking remember all the acronyms, but I was a dare kid, and
I thought that stood for drugs are really evil. Didn't that? That's not what that.
No. The police had a program during the 80s and the 90s. It was called Dare, and they had the Blue Pigs. It was a
Jake was disgusting.
Yo, I don't know if anybody remember them, the Blue Pigs. They was like a police band that would come around and play songs and stuff. And I remember them showing a video at Dare where like they had all these drugs, and this one lady was on she was on angel dust, and they showed her. This is like a old movie. They showed her take angel dust, and then she jumped out the window. I was like, damn, I'm not doing that shit.
Okay, so when it sounds like OG, because it sounds like you haven't had any experience with marijuana per se, but you saw the effects of substances through other people, and that affected you to or influenced you to not do it. Is that correct?
No, I've had experience with people having marijuana. Like my old head on the block, shout out to Grisdale, we in this place live and direct. He was a heavy weed smoker, and I didn't understand it at first. I was in the car with him, and he had the windows open, and closed, and I'm in there listening to 8-Ball MJG, just like candy. Then all of a sudden, my head started hurting. I'm like, I got out the car and I fell down, and I'm like, no, I'm not getting back in this car.
So he just hotboxing with you in the whip?
Yeah, I was a young boy.
I thought you said you had thorough OGs. That ain't thorough.
Yeah, but the way it was is, I was in there to listen to the music. You know what I mean? So you're like, oh, you staying in the car? Okay. I'm smoking.
You don't need to do this, homie.
Catch this contact though.
Yeah,
that's cool though.
I caught a big ass headache. I'll tell you that.
Man, you was done. Okay, so that was your experience. Jake, talk to me. What's been up with you? What some of the reasons that you haven't or tried it and stopped?
Well, like I said, like I tried it just to try to fit in, and just wanted to try and fit in. A lot of people I was hanging with around me was doing it, so I just tried it, and I was doing it for a minute, and but then I realized like I couldn't handle it. Like there was a few times where like, I would just, I don't like feeling like I don't have control, you know what I'm saying? Like over my body. And when I'm high and then the heart palpitations start and I just feel like I can't calm down. I'm going to lose control. And I just don't like that feeling. Like I've had that feeling and like, like I'll get it and then okay, I'll be cool. And then I'm like, all right, I'm cool. Like I'm riding the high. I'm like, yeah. I'm riding the high, not letting the high ride me. I'm doing it. But then there's other times where I can't calm down. And I actually wound up going to the hospital one time for it. And the doctor, he came in and like, they gave me a shot of like some muscle relaxer or whatever to like calm me down. And then it was like, Jacob, you're high. Go home. That's what they did. And after that, I was just like, you know what? I can't even fuck with this anymore like this because I can't do it. Also, like, I also get kind of like I get annoyed a little bit when I did it too. So I just don't I just left it alone, But as far as like I still have people that smoke and I'll be around them and it's just whatever. Like, I'm cool. I'm not smoking. I ain't got to do shit. But y'all have y'all good time, and I just be chilling there with y'all. And I might have a little drink with me, So it just I'm cool with not doing it.
Okay.
What's one more thing I had to say? I lost it, but anyway,
okay.
I lost it. You could pan back out.
All right. So look, he said back up. Nah, back up. Chill out. All right. So I could dig that though, Jake. I could dig that. And to each his own. You know what I'm saying? You had to learn that about yourself. I'm just glad you didn't try to keep holding on for the social aspect's sake.
Right.
Talk to us, Dan. What's up? Huh?
He keep trying to hold on and fucking himself up just for the clout.
Just for the clout.
Yeah, paranoia drug, like.
But yeah, I got iron lungs.
Okay,
I be blowing. Y'all see that cat though? Right,
no, man. With me, mine is like Jake, but minus the whole going to the emergency room part of it. But yeah, I'm the same way, Jake. Where I want to be controlled like the whole time, which has that is his own psychological problem there too. So like, let's not just say that that's a good thing. Like that, we got to work on that too, Jake. So but yeah, like I don't like mind it. Like I have smoked like there was something I did like those like the cake thing, and like that was a whole thing where I was like, oh yeah, well this hasn't done shit yet. They like half an hour later, like we went out to eat, and it just hit me just like out of nowhere, and then that whole day I'm just like, oh man, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this shit again. But yeah, like I really don't mind it. I just don't know how like folks like do it all of the time. Like how can't like you stay in that state all of the time, which is just like how. But hey, it's cool me there too. The main purpose or the main reason why I don't smoke is one, I'm cheap and I don't want to like deal like drug dealers too.
Another bill.
Having to go and talk to people and figure that out and like trying to meet them. That's a lot of stuff. That is just a lot. And I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. It's like I gotta spend this money weekly just to do this. I'm like, like in a state where I can't make money. It's like, what is this, man?
Just to be in a state where I can't make money. You're right. But go ahead, Jake.
Dan, thank you for saying that. You reminded me of what I had to say. That is another reason. Money, and also sometimes it's a hassle, stressful, or sometimes like a wild goose chase just trying to get in touch with your weed man. Sometimes it just is, and I don't want to deal with that bullshit. Like it's just too much. It's just like he say he gonna be here, and he's not. And you got to call him, you got to chase down, and then like you got to find another weed person, your backup, and he not answering the phone. It's just like a lot of BS you got to deal with. Just trying to get the fucking get the tree. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Reliable Plugs. Talk to us, OG. What you got?
Oh, that remind me of the what's his name? What's Day name?
Day?
Yeah, from
Day.
Mike Epps?
Yeah, Mike Epps.
Oh, his real name, okay.
Yeah, that remind me of a stand-up he did where he was talking about his cousin starts selling weed, and then he put a dime bag inside a briefcase, and then he had him like, yo, you go get the weed, it's on the porch, you know. And then he like, what are you doing, nigga? He like, it's in the briefcase. Don't look at me. Don't look at me directly. He's like, man, the Fed. He said, man, get it in there. The Feds watch me. I said, oh my God. That's what remind me of.
Yo, that guy got me to think. So like one of my best friends from like high school, like he smoked since high school. Like he got half of our friend group smoking from high school. He's not a good influence, actually. Not anything about it. Yeah, but yeah, he constantly just has like just a whole bag of just weed like all of the time. Then it's like there's times where it's like he might we talked about this, but like I did not have a car for like high school like that. So like he would like drop me at spots. Then like he would be driving. Then like he would just be like, yeah, put this in your bag. And it's just a whole thing of weed. And I'm like, yo, what is this? Do not get me involved in this, man.
My name's Jack. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Go ahead, Jake.
One more thing.
Sorry, but like he had his card though, so like he.
Oh, okay.
He was cool,
Medical
but
card.
It was still just like, come on, bro. Yeah, Jake.
I'm gonna segue in on my experience, and then we're gonna hit you again, Jake. So me personally, it's kind of a weird thing with me because I know that it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be an advocate for it. I don't want to be a influence for someone to do it. You know, because it's not for everyone. as these three gentlemen pointed out, is not. And even there's been times in my life where I've taken breaks to get to, one, make sure I'm not, that it's not interfering with my life, and two, to just make sure that I can not have it, you know what I'm saying, and still be okay. That it's just a recreational thing. It's a thing in addition to, and not the source, not my reason for living, you know what I'm saying, because that's a dangerous place to be. And like to Dan's point, the people that constantly are like that, I don't want to say it's an issue, because to each his own, but you do want to be aware of what is it doing for you, and it should be benefiting you in a way. It should not be to your detriment. So if you finding out that it's to your detriment, just let it go, you know what I'm saying, or take a break, come back to it, because it's a thing to use, not abuse. It's like you could like playing basketball, but if you late for work because you've been hooping, that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? Or you late for work because you watching basketball videos, but I just love the game. It's like, no, but you got life to live. So I think that's the balance of it that's needed. Yeah, my very first time doing it, I got super paranoid. I was like, man, this young whack, man. I just wanted to just come back down, Then I didn't do it. Then like in high school, I picked it back. That was in high school. So then I picked it up my senior year. I was like, no, this is cool, actually. Then in college. And so been kind of really on and off ever since then, making sure that I take breaks every so often, 3-month break, a month break here, 6-month break there, to, like I said, make sure that my spirit is right and that it's not my source, like I said. So go ahead, Jake. What you
nigga, you just cleansing your body. That's what it is. You ain't making sure your spirit right, nigga. Quit lying, nigga. Difference is, you're getting drug tested somehow.
Nah, I've never had that issue. It's just the discipline of not of making sure that it's something in addition to and not the reason for a living. Like I'm waking up and straight to that. I need to be on my daily routine, and that's just in addition to that. You feel me? Go ahead, Jake.
And and also just say another main reason I don't do it no more is that I'm already a lazy motherfucker,
Yeah.
And I gotta I already gotta kick myself, push myself just to do shit and be productive. And nigga, if I smoke, I ain't worth shit. I ain't shit.
And so that's a good point to bring up. That's a good point to bring up, because a lot of the people that I know that do use it for the creative boost that it brings, as far as putting things in perspective with your mind, because it really just amplifies what you're thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So those paranoid thoughts were already there. They're speaking louder now, or these thoughts of whatever, insecurity, whatever it is, it's just everything's amplified. You feel me? So a lot of times people can get this creative boost, when you're at a place of using it. Once it gets to that abuse, then you just want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But there is a thing of it getting you a perspective of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You'll see, like, man, you see how dirty your room really is when you're doing that. You're like, man, I'm really on some BS here. Let me get this stuff together. So that's why I say everybody's different. You feel me? But we're gonna move on to the next point, which is weed and sports. A lot of athletes, contrary to popular belief, use cannabis, use marijuana. Michael Phelps, I think back in 2008, had a big to do with when it came out that he was smoking marijuana, but it was actually after the Olympics that it was recorded that he did it, not before the trials. So I just wanted to mention that. And now we have Sha'Carri Richardson. She did it, but she did it before the Olympic trials. So when it was time to be tested, her bloodstream did come up with THC in it. So what's your gentleman's thoughts on either of these subjects? Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, what this is all right. Let's just start with the facts there. So it's not like weed helps a person run faster. I mean, let's just start with that one.
Right,
so,
it's not a performance enhancer. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we could slow you down, personally, but so to start there, it's kind of just like this whole, what's the point of the testing, and it's like why do you have that? And then it's like why do you have these rules? Which when you first think about it, you're like, well, yeah, well, why not have like have the drug test in there? But yeah, that's this is less about the science of like drugs and more about just the culture around them, and it's just finding ways to just finding ways to like trip up folks, to trip up
Right.
black folks with just like these rules here. So like just on that whole point, yeah, that's pretty much bullshit there. Like we talked about Phelps, like Phelps did smoke. Of course, he wasn't like a tested like drug tested there, but the same culture is there too, and it's just pointing that out and just pointing out that people do smoke. Performance wise, is not something that boosts them. And I'm not trying to call it harmless, but it is not hurting them aside that sense. So it's just kind of just drills down to this, like, why is it there? Which kind of just goes to a control thing again, but more so in terms of the power structures that just want to find ways to control folks too.
That's a good point. It's definitely not a performance enhancer, so they should leave it alone. Go ahead, OG.
I totally agree with Dan in regards to everyone wants to control something. And with this being said, I find that, you know, what the media tends to do is they over put emphasis on something. Like with this young lady, you know what I mean? They taking her through the ringer about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
But Michael Phelps, it wasn't really that deep. Oh, he just smoked a couple pounds. No big deal. You know what I mean? But there, you know, it's always a racial aspect that takes place. You know what I'm saying? It's always, when it comes to athletes, it's always, well, black athletes are a lot faster, a lot more gifted. You know, they just naturally, you know, they built like cheetahs and monkeys and lions. You know what I mean? So it's always something when it comes to marijuana. But, you know, you talk about performance enhancements, those are subjects that we don't really partake in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, they try to put marijuana on that scale as performance enhancement. And it should be stipulations to that. Or how the media perpetuate weed itself. Yep. You know what I mean? Like pictures of people that's considered to be stoners and cartoons and, you know, just the perception of it. And when in actuality, it is from the earth.
Yes.
It is made from the earth. And, you know, it is produced to help healing factors. You know what I'm saying? So I find it very interesting when it comes to holistic medicines that involve things like marijuana.
Yeah.
Pharmaceutical companies shoot it down, but they want you to go get Adderall. They want you to get all these other things that they make. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother topic, but it's correlating to that.
Right.
It is.
And definitely a lot of healing properties in cannabis and cannabinoids for sure. I want to mention one more thing, then we're gonna kick it to Jake. There's a lot of athletes that have admitted to smoking during their career. Al Harrington was in the NBA. Matt Barnes, Sean Smith, who's in the NFL. Ricky Williams, and Kenyon Martin. And Kenyon Martin said that
Ricky Martin.
I know, right? Ricky Williams and Kenyon Martin. And Kenyon Martin said that about during the time that he was in the league, when he was in the league in the early 2000s. So he said during that time, he said 85% of the league was smoking. And so that's a big number. That's only 15% not. You feel me? So I think that's pretty interesting.
Drug test now too.
Yo, the NFL was drug testing athletes that was smoking weed and suspending them. You know what I'm saying? I got a long time buddy, you know what I mean, one of my close friends, and he's affiliated with the the NFL. And it amazed me that, you know, that somebody that he knew got suspended, and it was broadcasted on national news. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too when it comes to these athletes. They post all their information for everybody to see, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't meet requirements to play. He didn't meet this. He didn't meet that. You know what I'm saying? You talked about Ricky Williams. Mm-hmm. Ricky Williams, he had it for anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they ostracized him and made him into a big thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was unfortunate. He lost a contract.
Right.
He was able to sign with Master P, though. Shout out to No Limit Records, Master P in the building. He ain't in the building, but he's somewhere around here. You know what I mean? But
we gonna get Master P in the building one day.
Yeah, but they just treated Ricky Williams like he was doing crack cocaine.
Right.
Yeah, he was just smoking. You know what I mean? And then it was one guy that got set up. I forgot his name. On draft day, they leaked a picture of him in a bong with a bong on his face. You know what I'm saying? And what they did, that lowered his stock, his draft stock.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you gotta be careful what you're doing. If you smoking weed on social media, that's a big no-no. Yeah. If you smoking weed around people who don't have your best interest, that's a big no-no. So that's one thing I want to mention in reference to sports.
You got something to hit on this, Jake?
This is short and sweet. Like, she smoked. Like, it's not like illegal anymore. It's decriminalized. So I don't see what the big deal is really. I think it's kind of whack that she got suspended. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's my take on it.
I agree, and I don't think at this point, because to the letter of the law, she was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at that. To the letter of the law, she was wrong, and she admitted that. Yeah. So I think what needs to happen is a rule change. I think that's what we all advocate.
Probably, yeah.
Because it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Plus again, Tone said this again too. It's like when it comes to weed, when like they talk about weed, for some folks, weed is this whole horrible, close to crack type of thing. But when they talk about weed with some more folks, it's just this thing that they do. That's like this fun, quirky thing. So it's
right, exactly.
Yeah. It's a race thing.
One more thing on that. Al Harrington, actually, his mother dealt with a lot of pain in her life, and he was trying to introduce her to using CBD, products and things like that to help heal her body, but she was so against it for all this time. And then she finally tried it, and the relief that she was able to get made her an advocate of it now. And so he's in the business for it. I don't know if she is as well, but that's what a lot of these athletes were doing to help heal their bodies, physically and also mentally, to keep them in a relaxed state. A lot of these athletes were smoking before the games. Matt Barnes said his best games was when he was blowed. So
a lot of them were smoking before the games.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. We're gonna move on to the next point. We're gonna talk about the war on drugs and the decriminalization of it. Kind of to the point that we were talking about the how it's ostracized in America amongst Black people for the most part. It's a professional thing if somebody's white doing it, but Black people, let's put you under the jail for it. OG, what's your thought on that?
Oh wow, I don't know how I got the hiccups, but I just ended up with the hiccups. But what my thoughts on the week? Come back to me right quick.
Okay. Dan, you got something for that?
Yeah, this again just kind of goes into what we were just talking about as well. Like, this is hard to talk about because on one hand you're saying, well, yeah, this is not. She broke the rules. She broke the law, and this is a bad thing there. But again, that idea just kind of just goes back to this whole culture we have of what weed is, and it goes to just those dual perceptions that we were talking about too. And so like you can see it there, but then we start to see it now when like they starting up like their own weed ventures here too, where there was a lot of Black folks that got locked up just for weed. So that's been happening since the 60s at least. So like we got 50, 60 years of that to start off with. and then now we're trying to like capitalize on it, and we're not even thinking about that 60 years of Black folks that went to jail and that are still in jail now for this exact thing.
Yes.
So this kind of ties into a bunch of the topics that we constantly talk about here. It ties back to like the whole sportsman, and it really just there's no way to just talk about this without talking about the whole system of the U.S. man, for real.
I totally agree. And since these laws changed, they need to just let the laws change. Then if it changed out there, they should change for inside the prisons. So these sentences need to change. Go ahead, OG.
You would think that would be the case, but a lot of it is, I got these people here. For me to backpedal and let them go, that means that the law didn't work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That means that we need to do something different. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people don't take into account of the fact that you ruin a lot of people's lives. You know what I'm saying? And
families, communities,
a lot of communities' lives, by doing that. And I think one of the things they look at it is like, you ruin a community by selling marijuana.
Right.
No, you ruined the community by breaking up Black families.
Right. And let's call a spade a spade. You take a chance every day when you know the law and you go opposite of what the law is.
Exactly.
The problem with this is the fact that, we have to get out of the mindset of thinking that these are our options, so we got to exercise those options.
Right.
With the cannabis business today has found a way for those same people to become entrepreneurs in a sense.
Yes.
But they're making so many regulations surrounding it.
Yes.
That it's becoming completely hard for them to even do business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got it's illegal federally, but locally it's legal. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't even know how that works. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, it's kind of like the way they do today, where if you have a gun, you got a permit to carry a gun. You can carry a gun concealed, but you know what I'm saying. But if you have a gun and you carrying it not open carry but concealed, we're gonna lock you up.
Right.
So it's a trick bag to it. You know what I mean? So it forces Black people to not really get in the business. But y'all got to remember too, who really brought it to Detroit? It was Arabs flipping their corner stores and turning it into what? Cannabis places. Yep. So,
yeah, and to your point, OG, is with African Americans trying to break into this industry legally now, is became a real issue, and the startup price is one of the biggest points. You know what I'm saying? They charge you with all these fees, all these licenses that you have to get, and they just really just put you through the ringer. And only the cannabis industry makes up 14% of Michigan makes up the cannabis industry, and only 4% of that are African Americans, license holders, and things like that. So you see the disparity there, So I mean, it's just they just make it hard. They make it hard, period, but they make it even harder for African Americans.
It's no different than the Asians and the wig culture. You know what I'm saying? With the females, they make it extremely hard for them to even jump into that zone because of the fact that they've been holding it down. And I don't know if it's the Arabs that's in control of this, white people that's in control of this, but when it comes to Black people, we tend to venture off and try to be legal business owners in a particular thing. It's a problem.
Right. I totally agree. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, that just go to say, like, just business in general, like, it's just hard for African Americans in general. Like you can't just anything. Like I said, like not a couple, but like I did a segment some episodes back about like how certain it's hard for certain Black sneaker shop owners to get certain accounts and stuff like that, and right. But their white counterparts can get certain Nike accounts and stuff like that. It's just all across the board, not just with just weed. It's everything. Also, I want to bring up it's this thing that like Chris Rock said. He said something that's like only the white man can profit from pain, and he said that he was referring to like when white people want to like when white people like when they were bootlegging liquor back in the day, or they selling cigarettes or whatever, like it was okay for them. But when it's time for black people to like come up and like acquire this wealth, they better, you know what I'm saying? They better fly straight, you know what I'm saying? And even when they try to fly straight, they can't they make it hard, you know what I'm saying? So it's just all across the board, any fucking business pretty much.
Yeah, totally good point. And to this point, I'm actually in a series called Smoking Good. Shameless plug.
I know, right? That came out of nowhere. Bang.
Yeah, but it deals directly with this issue. The difficulties that Black entrepreneurs face when trying to break into the cannabis industry. So it's right along these lines, you know. And just like there's talks with the NFL and it being a advocate in the NFL now. There's talks about that. And you know, you see Kevin Johnson, he's breaking into the industry because he knows the importance of it. So, and that's what this Smoking Good series talks about. It is the NFL, well, which was the NFL in the show, and these retired players, which I played one of the retired players, trying to start their own cannabis business to show the importance of it to the league. And then there's some other group of people, they're just having a bunch of issues with breaking into the industry. So it's going to be a really good series. It should be coming out sometime this year. So we're going to wrap this segment up. So at the end of the day, smoke if you do, smoke if you don't. To each his own. You know what I'm saying?
Smoke if you do, smoke if you don't.
I mean, don't smoke.
Smoke, man.
Nah, I'm not saying just smoke. I'm saying do it if you do it. If you don't do it, it's all good. We're gonna actually hit the comment section right now. Do we got any comments, fellas?
Yeah, we did have Kurt Brinker was in the building rocking with us. Let me pull it back up. Says this is my favorite show.
Hey,
that's what he said.
Kurt.
Also, he said, I don't smoke or drink anything, never have. The person who says, ooh, I'm gonna get you high is the person myself and everyone who respects me keeps an eye on. Yeah.
That's true.
He said.
Yeah, so somebody is so in a rush to get somebody high. That person. Yeah, it's like, bro, I don't want to do it, man. I know you don't smoke weed. I know this. But we gonna get you high today.
Have you tried it?
Right.
Also, we got
right.
We got you got what? I'm sorry. We got Sharon Simmons in the building. She says, "Hey fellas." Mary Baker says, Mary Baker. Oh, says, "Hey Tone, send me some more pictures last week you sent me. I miss you." The fuck? No.
I don't know.
All right.
All right. I'm sorry I read that.
I have no idea who that is.
Apparently you sent some pictures last week.
Where you reading that at?
Don't fake the funk now.
No.
I don't know what site that's on, Jake.
Is it the Planet Podcast? I don't know. Shit. But yeah, that's all we got there.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the comments blowing right now. You feel me? Nah,
yeah, Jake, he read that comment and was like, "Oh no, but I said too much."
Right, exactly. You better excuse yourself after that. But I think it's interesting that we all have our personal experiences with it. You know what I'm saying? And just like somebody can be such an advocate for it and they do it every day, just on the other end is somebody that don't see how somebody can do it every day. So, like I said, it's each his own. And I think that with the it being so prevalent in the sports, there's got to be something to that. You know what I'm saying? Because athletes put their bodies through a lot. Especially NFL athletes. You know, they put their bodies through a lot, so they need some type of relief, some type of help, some type of mental help. And if marijuana is one of those things, and also, when have you heard somebody dying of marijuana? You know what I'm saying? You've heard of alcohol crashes, you know, drug overdoses, but ain't nobody getting so high that they gonna kill themselves or do. I'm not saying kill themselves like suicide, but just harming themselves or harming somebody else on marijuana. You don't really hear about that. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody was too low, they couldn't drive. Most people that's high just gonna sit down. They're gonna be all right. It's not nothing deadly. You know what I'm saying? You can't overdose. You just gonna fall asleep. You know, you're gonna wake back up hungry. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's really not that big of a deal. You know?
Yeah, but let's not minimize it though. It is a downside to it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the downside is we can be a gateway to other things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like to discuss that, especially people who are advocating for it. They don't like to discuss it. And what I mean by gateway, you could get your weed laced with something and not know it's laced with something. Next thing you know, you strung out on crack. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody put crack in your weed. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So there are pros and cons of everything. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to keep your third eye open about what's going on, who you smoking weed with, if you smoking weed with somebody, and also who you get your weed from. You know what I mean? That's a major thing. So let's not minimize it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, minimizing it, and who knows what our audience looks like. You know what I mean? Today, who knows? It could be a kid saying, well, they saying it ain't bad. Let me try it. You know what I mean? There are repercussions for everything, consequences for everything. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So even if you're a kid and you listening to this, understand something, man. You know, you smoking weed heavy, you got to think about how you going to function in school, or how you going to function at that job that you high as a kite. Are you going to be able to maintain that job?
Yeah.
So let's not minimize it. That's my big thing.
You can call me Slurricane, strong enough to start an engine, man. Hurricane, but you can call me Slurricane, strong enough to start an engine, man. Yeah, y'all talking about tree this episode?
Inappropriate.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
What up, Slurricane? That's what you want me to call you?
Slurricane. What y'all talking about? You're talking about tree. Y'all don't need no tree. Why they doing tree businesses? Why they doing that? All you need is yak. All you need is yak. That's all you need is yak. That's what you need. Yak. You need some more yak in your life. Yakety yak in your life. That's what you need. That's all you need.
Wow, drunk. Huh? I mean, they need to cut you a check at this point.
Right, bro. You're a whole mascot right now, man.
No, real talk. You are. You need to put your picture on the back of the Hennessy bottle.
Maybe they should. I thought it already was. I don't know what the hell. But look,
drunk, talk to me. Do you smoke at all, or you just stick to the drink?
I just stick to the yak. I stick to what I know. This is all I know. This is what I know. You know what I'm saying? That hurricane. But you can call me Slurricane. Hurricane ain't got nothing to do with yak. I just like the song.
So that was a quick word from our Hennessy sponsor.
For real. You ain't even talking about weed or nothing.
Right. You just came on singing Slurricane. I've never heard that song at all. that literally,
I feel like I heard it before. I just don't know where.
That literally was a freaking Hennessy commercial, real quick.
That must have been Nas.
Right, real talk. Like, We're gonna keep it moving.
Sorry.
Yeah, Jake, while you was gone, man. So, anyways, whatever.
First, hold on. I want to address something about what Jake said in the comments. This is a troll. Somebody is trolling me heavy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's got to be a troll or
it's
a
a
bot
major
or something.
troll.
It's got to be a troll or a bot or something. It's got to be. I was just about to.
I miss you.
Like, I hope.
Mary Baker.
Yeah, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Mary Baker, Tone. Don't act like
Because I saw that shit. I'm like, that bitch wild. There's definitely got to be a bot.
This is a whole troll, yo.
Mary Jane.
Talk about, do you want me to do that thing with my tongue again, Tone? Oh, out of control.
That's slurricane.
All right, that's that slurricane.
Out of control.
I gotta go find that comment myself. Hold on. Hey, tell Mary Baker.
I heard about that. You're hosting right now.
Let's do this. Shout out to DJ Touch. DJ Touch is in the motherfucking building all day, every day. And Mary Baker get boxed the fuck in. Fucking around with DJ Touch, man. Get out of here. Shit.
I know that's right, OG. Salute, man. So we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling to our gem of the week. How high?
It's only fitting it would be, right?
Only fitting.
Who wants to talk on it?
You know, I'm gonna talk on this because I've never saw this movie, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why I never. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I never saw it, because I just like movies like this. The one I think Dave Chappelle came out with Baked. I wasn't really enthused on watching that either. You know what I'm saying? Half Baked. Jim and Ted's Crazy Adventure. All these dumbass movies that
Bill and Ted, but yeah,
they like dumbass weed movies, and I never found the reason to watch these movies because I felt like it just don't depict people in a good light. Like I really didn't even like Friday like that after, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like it was too much. It was too much.
I just want to say Bill and Ted wasn't a dumbass weed movie. It was just a dumbass movie. It just had some two dumbasses in the movie. That's all.
It was another one. Mac and Devin go to high school. Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg was in that.
Just dumb. Dumb.
But yeah, that's our gem of the week. How high? Man.
We ain't even talking about
we talked about how dumb it was.
That's why I'm wrapping it back up to that. Method Man and Redman starting that. And they actually came out with a high 2 with a DC Young Fly and somebody else. I didn't check that one out.
Lil Yachty,
yeah. So yeah, nice little
back in the combo.
You're right. Nice little weed joint to watch. But anyway, that's our episode 64, smoke break. You know what I'm saying? We got through it. We made through it. So yeah, let's send us off. OG, talk to us.
First of all, I want to say awesome job tonight, young boy.
Hey.
Awesome job. Don't fucking get comfortable in my seat. You know what I'm saying? But awesome job. He held it down. You know what I'm saying? And wonderful job tonight. That's all I got to say.
OG. That means a lot to me, OG. Thank you.
One more. These fucking bots, I know I'm sexy, but stay the fuck away from me.
I know that's right. Hey, go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, also good job, Malachi. Great job. And thank y'all for rocking with us. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. We don't appreciate the bots though. I feel dumb as hell reading that comment. But yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, Dan.
Watch out for the bots, but stay for the lots of conversation.
I like that.
In your nation.
Anybody want to hit my DMs with some of that crazy talk? I'm like,
you want the bots? Please.
I don't. I be trolling the bots right back. They be funny. It was one bot in my comment section. She was like, I'm looking for a sugar baby. If you want to get spoiled, hit my DM. I reply like, oh goody. Sign me up, my baby.
Hey, but
if she
like
need my cash app, I hit her with it. You know what I'm saying? But that's episode 64, smoke break. Thanks for everybody rocking with us. Thanks for 64 episodes of taking that mask off and rocking and rolling with us. We'll be right back, as we are every Friday for episode 65. We out.
Puff,
Smoking
puff,
that gas.